Okay, so this is my second example para dun sa topic natin this week na double angle and half angle identities. It says, evaluate sine 75 degrees, cosine 75 degrees, and tangent 75 degrees using half angle identities. Okay, so if we're going to use half angle identities, we can write 75 degrees into 150 over 2. Okay, so sine 75 degrees muna. Sine 75 degrees. And 75 degrees is half of 150. So this is the same as sine 150 degrees over 2. Okay, so gagamitin natin yung ating half angle identity for sine. So that is sine theta over 2 is equal to plus or minus square root of 1 minus cosine theta over 2. So, yun ang gagamitin natin para ma-evaluate natin si sine 75 degrees. Okay. Now, ang ating theta dito is 150 degrees. So, yun ang gagamitin natin. So, i-rewrite natin o i-substitute natin yung ating theta to this half angle identity natin. So, this is the same as sine, this is plus or minus. By the way, anong gagamitin natin? Plus or minus? Ang magiging basis daw natin nung sine, nung ating sine theta over 2 and cosine theta over 2 ay kung saan tatama yung ating, kung saan quadrant tatama yung theta over 2. And theta over 2, if theta is 150 degrees, theta over 2 is 75 degrees. Okay? So, nasa first quadrant siya. So, positive doon ang sine. Okay? Ang sine function. So, gagamitin natin plus. Plus square root of 1 minus, again, yung ating theta is 150 degrees. Cosine 150 degrees over 2. Okay. And then, gagamitin natin yung ating reference angle. Okay. So, ito yung ating 150. Ang reference angle natin is 30 degrees. Okay. Ang cosine 30 dun sa ating second quadrant is negative. Okay? Cosine 150 is negative. Therefore, cosine of angle 30 dun sa ating second quadrant is also negative. Okay? So, plus square root of 1 minus negative cosine 30 degrees. Kasi nasa second quadrant yung ating reference angle. Over 2. So, we have plus here. Huwag ko na ilagay. So, 1 minus minus is positive. So, 1 plus, and cosine 30 degrees is, that is square root of 3 over 2. Square root of 3 over 2. Over 2. Okay? Okay, so next is, we get the LCD para ma-add natin itong dalawa na 1 and square root of 3 plus 2. So, we have 2 plus square root of 3 over 2 over 2. Okay. So, this is equal to, mapapailalim to. So, we have square root of 2 plus square root of 3 over 4. Now, we have on top, that is equal to square root of 2 plus square root of 3 sa loob. Square root of 4 is 2. Okay? So, ito yung sagot natin. Now, if you're going to check the value of sine 75 degrees using calculator, so we have sine 75 degrees. Answer is ibang itsura. That is square root of 6 plus square root of 6 plus square root of 2 over 4. Okay, para magkaiba. Okay, but this is the same. If we're going to transform this to decimal, convert to decimal, that is 0.9659. How about this one? That is square root of 2 plus square root of 3 nasa ilalim. Okay, divided by 2. Parehas din lang. 0.9659. Ganyan. Parehas na parehas. Now, pwede naman natin itong i-rewrite into this form. So, gagamit tayo ng algebra para ma-simplify natin to papunta dito. Okay? So, pakita ko sa inyo. So, we have 2 plus, that is square root of 2 plus square root of 3 over 2. Okay. So, ipasok muna natin yung 2 sa loob ng radical. Hindi natin sinimplify yung denominator. So, that is the same as square root of 2 plus square root of 3 over 4. Okay? Now, the next is I'm going to multiply the numerator and denominator by 2. Okay? Sa loob. So, the result is 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times square root of 3 is 2 square root of 3 over 8. Okay. And then, yung 4 is the sum of 3 and 1. Okay? So, 4 is 3 plus 1 plus 2 square root of 3 over square root of 8 is 2 square root of 2. Okay. Now, ang intention ko dito ay matanggal yung isang radical, yung outside radical. Okay. Gamit yung ating special products na a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. That is a plus b, or square of a plus b. Now, yung 3 natin can be rewrite as a square root of 3 squared. Okay? So, square root of 3 squared plus 2 square root of 3 plus 1 squared. Okay? Over 2 square root of 2. Now, the next is pwede natin i-apply yung ating special products dito. Ang a natin dito ay square root of square root of 3. Ang b natin ay 1. So, pag nire-write natin into this form, that is equal to square root of 3 plus 1 squared over 2 square root of 2. Check natin kung ito ang lalabas. Okay? Gamit ito. Square of a. Ang a natin ay square root of 3. Square of a, so that is square of square root of 3. And then 2ab. So, 2 times a times b, so that is 2 square root of 2. 2 square root of 3. And square ni b, square ni 1 is 1. So, we have, simplify natin, square of square root of 3 is 3 plus 2 square root of 3 plus 1. So, we have 3 plus 1 is 4 plus 2 square root of 3. So, parehas din yun. Okay? So, tama yung ating pagkakasimplify. Now, since perfect square na yung ating expression sa loob ng radical symbol, makakancel yung radical symbol on top. So, the result is square root of 3 plus 1 over 2 square root of 2. And then, rationalize na lang natin by multiplying square root of 2 on top and square root of 3 doon sa ating denominator. So, I have square root of 2 times square root of 3 is square root of 6. Square root of 2 times 1 is square root of 2. And then, the square root of 2 times square root of 2 is square root of 4. Square root of 4 is 2. So, 2 times 2. So, we have square root of 6 plus square root of 2 over 4. Okay? So, papansin nyo, pares din. Na-simplify lang. Okay? At mapapansin nyo rin, ginamit ko yung topic natin sa algebra na special product. Okay? So, kahit yung kaninong sagot natin na ito, square root of 2 plus square root of 3 over 2, all over 2, pwede na rin itong sagot na to. Pero kung gagamit tayo sa scientific calculator, ito ang lalabas. Pero pag sinimplify natin, gamit yung special products, we're going to arrive with the same answer. Okay? So, on my next video, ilalagay ko doon yung example ay yung solution for cosine 75 degrees and tangent 75 degrees gamit yung half-angle identity. Thank you.